Good afternoon. This is going to be my video on my experience and life with Campagnolo Super Record 12-speed mechanical shifting for the last 3 years. I had that installed on my Specialized S-Works SL7, which is now an antique. And I'll put a link down in the description for my review on that bike.
All right, we'll get a close-up of the derailleurs on the bike and the brakes. I mean, it is a very beefy derailleur. Not as big as the SRAM, but my fingers in there. The SRAM stuff is huge. And I did upgrade the chain, anti-chain dropper. Then my hoods are ready to be replaced again. No crashes, just from laying the bike on the ground. And calipers are pretty beefy. And here's where you can see that you make the connection down here at the caliper, not up at the lever. That makes it difficult installing. And here's the rear. You know, of course, Campy has to do the big lever or the big logo. Funny. And here's how well the Campy Super Record cranks spin. I can't talk about Dora Ace or the SRAM, but that's pretty impressive smooth. So overall, I've had good luck with the Super Record. Of course, the shifting is the best mechanical Campy that I've had to date, and I've been riding Campy since down tube shifters. But as always, these levers, the shifter mechanism inside the indexing does go bad after about 2 years. And now what Campy does is you can't, I guess, buy the little ratchets. You have to buy just the mechanism and then you switch the levers. I bought a spare. I think I got it for like 150 bucks. All right, here's one of the things that makes Campy very difficult when you're setting up a bike. I think Shimano and SRAM, you can connect at the lever. That's where you can cut the cable. But the Campy, it's done down at the brake caliper. So building up my bike was a nightmare. And this is the old shifter. I still have to take it apart. And so what you do now is Campy sells this replacement body, which is the shifting mechanism. So this is a 12-speed shifting mechanism. And you can see what you have to do is swap over the lever and your hydraulic brake. So I haven't attempted to do that. I think Campy has a video online how to do that. And the other thing I have to say is when you're using the shift cable, they have a special derailleur cable that does have some kind of coating on it. And I was using this Jaguar, this Elite Super Shift cable for Campagnolo. So this is like polished. When you feel it, it feels really smooth. But the Campagnolo shift cable definitely shifts better. It's like it has some kind of Teflon coating. You can see that this one has some kind of coating on it. Whoops, let me bring this in. You know, compared to the Campy. But if you're in a bind, this Jaguar Elite shift cable is fantastic. And if you're in a jam, the Pro Shift will work also with Campagnolo. This one's just not quite as smooth, and you can see the difference in just simply the shininess. But maybe, I don't know if I'll make a video doing this. It might be a very boring video, but I'll give it a shot. All right, we're gonna do Campy Super Record chain. We'll weigh the chain compared to, I also have a Derailleur 12-speed chain. Campagnolo released a new chain. It's the same chain, I believe. It came in this package, but now it has a link. I'll take it out of the package. Because the old chain, the old Super Record, I have one here, had this pin. And what I was using was a SRAM Eagle. Let's zoom in. I'm changing the chain on the bike. So this has been on for a couple thousand miles. It's the, you can see that at 12S 107. And then it gets real confusing with SRAM, with their speed links, because you can see this one is the Eagle, where it says Eagle right on the link, right there. And then I think this one is just for their 12-speed. It says road on it, but you can see it's a different number. Now, I don't know where I found the difference online. I don't know if I was just in some news group, if there was another YouTube video, but it was recommended to use the Eagle in lieu of the pin in this chain, the old Campy pin, because I hate that tool. It's such a pain in the butt. But I had no problems with just using this Eagle link, but I'm not racing, I'm just riding, and I can't put out 1,000 watts anymore. So, and I'll just weigh the chains. These scales are within, I think, 2 grams in like a couple 100 grams. Let's just turn this one on too. put it on grams. So I'm just gonna leave it in the package. So what's it say? 230, I'm sorry, my screen keeps going blacking out on me. $230. Let's see what does the other scale say. 232. So the scales are 2 grams. Let's see how this goes. Oh, this one has the speed link in it. Oh, look at that. I didn't count the links. Let's see what a Dora Ace weighs. Will that give me accurate? Really? Well, I guess I gotta count the links. 126 links. 126 links. Does the Campy? Oh, it's only 113. So I'd have to chop the links off. But here's the Campy chain link is on the bottom and the eagle is on the top, my used one. You can see this was really cut out a lot. So what I found is with this Campy 12 speed is you have to replace the rear derailleur pulleys because they wear. So these are just record, not the Super Record. And the only difference between the Super Record and the Record is not the little bearings on the inside. Let me rip this open. It's, whoops, sorry. These dust caps, see, I'll see if it'll zoom in if I, there we go. Sorry, this is an iPhone. And so you can see it looks, oh, I must have the little center. It's the same. Just put this in. This is the new. See, it's not a, there's no bearing in there. It's just like this bushing. But it's the exact same pulley. And what happens is the edges start, these are still in good shape because I think these are a year old. But the first time I let it go 2 years, and then the shifting was like terrible even after I changed the chain. So I'm just buying the Record ones. And let's see if I just put it on. Now I forget which one's the upper. Can I read it? Yeah, this is the upper. So it doesn't look like this one's too worn. Oh yeah, so when you hold it together, I don't know if you can see, maybe not. It won't show up on film. But you can see where this is the new one. I'm here looking at it, and the upper pulley, the teeth are a little bit more pronounced, not worn. And then, like I said, the only difference is this is actually a steel pulley bolt, and these are titanium. So if I put them on this scale, here's the Super Record. I was stupid and I bought Super Record pulleys last time. So I saved these bolts. Oh my God, it doesn't even weigh. Weighs nothing. Let's try the other scale. My supermarket find. I'm thinking this is going to be a boring video. It doesn't even register. So what's that mean? Under 2 grams? Let's see what the metal does. I call that not worth buying Super Record. What's that mean? It's under 2 grams savings? I guess so. All right, since I'm in the process of replacing the rear derailleur pulleys, when I got all this Campy Super Record, I know it's crazy, but I just simply went onto the Campy website and I printed out their whole manual, installation manual, and I just put it in a little binder. And the one thing to note on the Campy Super Record is that the bolt is reverse threaded because of the titanium spindle. So I haven't pulled this out. It's good to pull this out every once in a while just to make sure it doesn't seize up. I don't ride in the rain or anything, so everything looks good. I just pulled it off so I can get to the chain rings on the drive side just to clean the chain rings off. All right, we'll weigh the cassette before I throw it on the bike. It's 1132. I don't know if you can see. It's the bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are steel, and the top 6 titanium. And I think this is supposed to make it easier to put onto the cassette. I'll just stick it on there with the carrier. I'm not sure what this actually weighs. 300, 296. That's terrible. That's where SRAM's got it down. But it is, they sure, oh, it is very well machined. 3 are 1 together, machined, and then another 3. It's, I don't know if you can see that. Another 3 for anybody who wants to know. Don't get these spacers mixed up. I think they're different.
Well, I hope that was a helpful video. It's hard to find Campagnolo parts in the country, period, let alone Super Record 12-speed. It's hard to see it in the flesh. There's not many bike shops that carry it. So once again, I hope it's helpful. Hope I didn't miss anything. If anybody has some questions, throw them down in the comments, and I can always get back to filming another video. I tried to catch as much as I can about the intricacies of running Campy. I can't even talk about the wireless because I only have experience with their 12-speed mechanical. So once again, thanks for watching. Ciao, ciao.